Hello, I'm Megan Aro, and welcome to this class for senior dogs. I've been wanting to get this class put together for quite a long time now, and I'm really excited to finally have it all ready to be able to share it with you. I really love working with senior dogs and senior horses with my clients. There's just so much that's special about them and quite different than working with the younger energies, even if in their senior years they may still be very healthy and playful and puppyish even. There's still something very unique and special about working with the senior dogs, as I'm sure, since you're here, you appreciate as well. So, looking at why are you here taking this class, I'm sure, number one, you want to help your dog. You may also be curious to learn more about the body and physiology and energy, acupressure, all that kind of fun stuff. And maybe the most important is you want to add a new dimension to how you're able to connect with your dog emotionally, physically, and spiritually. I know, of course, you do connect with them in various ways already, but adding body work or adding even just new techniques in body work can enhance that even more, and as I said, kind of add a new dimension to that. And it's one of the very satisfying parts to me of doing body work, is that deeper connection and just developing that language, an additional language of how we can be with them. So I would love it if you want to email me and share with me what are your goals or your expectations for taking this class. And then when you are finished with the class, when you've completed the last lesson, I'll be asking you how that went for you. So you can be keeping that in mind as you go through. Obviously that's optional, but I always love to hear from students both what they want to learn and what they do learn from my classes. So I want to say for one thing in this introduction, and welcome to you, that everything in this class is actually great for any dog. And likewise, the other classes I have available share wonderful techniques that are also very helpful for senior dogs. So why is this one called the Senior Dog class? Mainly, it's just that I'll be referring to a general theme of aging throughout these lessons, and with definitely some focus on arthritis, for example. So I wanted to put something together in particularly special for senior dogs. And these are techniques that I use frequently with my clients who are in their senior years. But as I just want to make sure you realize that, if you're working with animals of younger ages, don't hesitate at all to use any of these same techniques for them. And likewise with, if I have other classes, just because it doesn't say senior in the class title doesn't mean it's not still wonderful for your senior dog. So just a little overview of the lessons. Each lesson is going to have a few parts you'll see listed as topics. Each lesson will include at least one video lesson. Sometimes more than one of the topics will be a video lesson. Sometimes one or more of the topics might be covered with something to read or some other format, maybe audio. Lesson 1 includes this overview that I'm giving you now, and then also we'll be looking at the question of what is aging. And then the final part of Lesson 1 is a video demonstration of a full body session I did with my mom's dog Rosie. And at the beginning of that video, I'll explain the purpose of the demonstration and how I want you to view that as part of Lesson 1. For Lesson 2, my students and clients often say how they want to make really sure they're not causing any harm when doing massage or other types of body work, including acupressure. And it is good to be concerned about that and to ask about it and to make sure. And at the same time, I want to reassure you that there's really very little to worry about as long as you're following some basic guidelines, and I'll be going over those with you in Lesson 2. Lesson 3 through 8, so that's going to be the bulk of this course. They're all related to meridian massage and acupressure, including some of the concepts and theory behind them, and also specific techniques and how to apply them for your dog, and talking about why they're wonderful for senior dogs and can be used with dogs of any age, but especially great for seniors. Lesson 9, I'll be combining some acupressure and massage information with a focus on neck issues and some more information on arthritis. Both arthritis and neck issues are very common for senior dogs. Again, neck issues can be common in younger dogs as well, and even arthritis can be. But both of them kind of have an accumulative effect throughout a dog's life, so they tend to, when they're present, maybe build and be a little bit worse in their senior years. So good to be able to address that, and address it in a very gentle way that's effective for a dog who is perhaps already having some issues with arthritis, along with the tension and stiffness. And then the last lesson, number 10, is to help you tie together everything you've learned throughout the course and support you in applying it to your own dog. Of course, you'll be able to practice with your own dog all through the earlier lessons. Lesson 10 will just help you integrate all the information and make it more your own for continuing into the future. You'll be able to progress through the lessons at your own pace. Sometimes there might be a need for you to be given access to the next lesson. You might have to just check a box or turn, let me know that you've completed the one before it'll give you access to the next lesson. But as long as the date says that it's available, you can progress through at your own pace. And once you have access to a lesson and all of its topics, you can return to it and review anytime. So you can rewatch the videos or reread anything, etc. Once you've completed all of the lessons, you will have the option to complete what I call a certificate assignment. If you would like to earn the certificate and the hours of continuing ed credit available, there's an additional fee for me to review your assignment and print and mail your certificate. So I'll post the assignment and instructions for you to take a look at, and you can decide at any time in the future to complete it as long as you've completed all the lessons. So if you complete all the lessons and then a year later you decide you want to earn the certificate, that's just fine. So that's really about it for the overview. The next topic for Lesson 1 we'll be looking together at what is aging. And then to complete Lesson 1, I'll give you a little sneak peek at one full body demonstration of a session. And again, I'll add more instructions to the beginning of that video for you. So welcome again, and thank you so much for participating in this class for senior dogs.